Stampers, this is Sarah with StinkingCuteCards.com, and I have the 2nd of November's Hostess Club cards for you. And one of the best parts about being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is the whole sisterhood, brotherhood group of stampers you become involved with. And this was one of the cards that was designed by my upline, Connie Tumm, and we did this at a shoebox swap. And a shoebox swap is where a bunch of demonstrators get together and we go ahead and make everybody else's cards. And I just absolutely loved this card, and I just thought it was great. A lot of fun. I went ahead and added, changed it up a little bit. I added the layering shapes, framelits. But we used this Totally Trees stamp set, and this is a stamp set that's in the holiday catalog, and I love it. It's got some fun different things that you can do with it. Quite fun. We also use Sunshine Saying. Say that one 5 times fast. And it is got some great little sayings. So we went ahead and did that. And that is one of the beauties of being a demonstrator too, is when you go to these shoebox swaps, you're inspired to order or have in your collection a bunch of different stamp sets. This was one of the sets that I didn't own, and after the swap I was like, oh, I need that one. Don't know if you ever have that problem or not, but I do. So anyways, we're also going to go ahead and use the stitch shapes. The nice part about these stitched shapes is that the circles, the ovals, and the squares coordinate with our layering squares quite nicely, so that you can have a real nice stitched look as well as layering up here on the next one. So those are some of the products that we're going to be using in this video. Okay, so the cutting dimensions that you're going to need is you are going to need a piece of soft suede 5.5 by 8.5. You are going to need a piece of the soft sky 4 inches by 5.25, and this is already embossed with the waves. The waves folder. You need a piece of white 4 inches by 5.25. That's for your inside. You need a scrap of soft suede run through the Big Shot for the layering squares, and you also need a piece run through the Big Shot with the stitch shapes for your image. And then you just need a bunch of just scraps for your sayings. So let's get this going. All right. To make I think the first step is I'm going to use the Sahara sand, and I am going to go ahead and make my sand. All I did was I just went ahead and stamped on the bottom a couple of times to make myself sand, and I did overlap. And because we don't want naked insides, we're going to add this one to the inside. Okay, then we are going to wash that very, very well. All right, after it's been washed, you are going to go ahead and switch out the color. We are going to use the soft sky, and I'm going to do another one here for my water. I actually want 2. More beach is better than none. Okay. And this one I'm going to go ahead and do 3. I like a lot of water. Okay. So there is our image. Then we are going to use the soft suede and the palm tree to stamp our palm tree right there. And I want one on the inside as well. I'm going to add 1 coconut right here. And I find that if I do the dark image first, it's much easier to line up that second image because you can kind of see through it. Stay. Add a coconut. Okay. Then we're just going to add our, get rid of that so I don't get a smudge like I did on the right there. Not that you've seen that. Okay, the power of television. I'm going to go ahead and add a wild wasabi tree. Let's get it going the right way. It will always help. All right, so then that's our inside, and our outside we got to add a sun because no beach is complete without a sun, and I want the sun sitting on the horizon. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Daffodil Delight and the circle And my mask is going to cover part of it, so let's move that over just a smidge. And we want the there is our sun on the horizon. Isn't that adorable? And I'm going to add both of them. You could use a Stamp-A-Majig if you have some issues. That's one of the beauties of the photopolymer, is that it's a little bit easier to line up, and you can do a pretty good job without the Stamp-A-Majig, but there are times I still use that good old Stamp-A-Majig. It is one of my favorite tools. Okay, then we're just going to use the Sunshine Sayings on both the yellow and just going to stamp that right here. Oh, I'm going to stamp that right there using that banner punch that is also discontinued. Please, Stampin' Up, bring that back. It's one of my favorites. And then we are just going to use a little bit of the burlap ribbon, a little bit of the yellow. We're going to use the stapler. Now we're just going to add a little bit of sunshine here. And again, we're going to run that right through the back of that banner. It just gives you a nice little image. Okay, now it's just a matter of layering it up. It's actually quite simple. I'm just going to get this out of the way so I don't get a schmooch on any of my images. We're going to add the pool party to the front. Better hurry up. Kids are almost home from school. Oh. All right, I did make a little mistake. Not that you saw that, I'm sure. These needed to be, yes, we demonstrators make mistakes as well. These need to be added here and stapled. Yep, it's been one of those days. And we're out of staples. Look at that. All right, not sure if you caught that or not, but I did forget to staple this on here, and then I ran out of staples, of course, because it's got to be a Monday. Go ahead to add that there. Mess with that a little bit so that it looks real cute. Then just go ahead and layer square. Yep, I have a little blob there. You don't see that. And 1, 2, 3, there is your card. Just so very stinking cute. I would probably have a tendency to move this down a little bit. My issues are showing through, and I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Wink of Stella just to make your palm trees a little sunny. There's your inside. It's quick and easy and really quite cute. So again, this is Sarah with stinkingcutecards.com. Thanks for joining me today, and we will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.